Yeah, I want everybody. I'm not going to do it if it's really long when we get to that point. But that's just.
Hey!
Hey!
Hay is for horses, better for cows. Pigs would eat it, but they don't know how.
That's what I've heard.
All right, we're ready to start. Xfest, night number 2, 2026. Let me just start my recording here and stuff like hey. Oh my God, yes. Okay.
What's hey?
Hi.
Everybody knows what me, okay. I can live with that.
So tonight we have Burgio.
Burgio!
Yeah, Gitlin.
Dylan!
And Xhrist.
Yeah. Get it. Get it.
Today somebody was telling me a story about a frog that responded to earlier this day somebody was telling me about frogs who responded to a woman's voice. Early today someone was telling me a story that responded to a certain woman's voice, which leads to the parable of the princess and the frog. So is there some sort of a correlation between gender and amphibians? What do we know about amphibians? About amphibians, they tend to change their gender based on what is needed. So, does that mean they adapt? Of their environment. What defines a woman? Which sometimes makes me wonder if, by certain standards, am I still? Was I ever? Was I? Successful as a woman because I didn't fulfill any of the prescribed responsibilities of a female. I didn't have children. I can no longer have children. Does that mean that I do not meet the requirements of what it means to be female? So once you break down what gender is based on what somebody else says, or based on limited definitions, then you realize that all the rules don't apply to anyone. They don't apply to anyone. Material in order to create a second generation, a third generation, etc. Is the female of the species only an incubator or the true progenitor of the species by carrying genetic code into generation through generation through generation? Therefore, if that is the role of the female, then if a female does not fulfill that premise, is that creature truly defined as a female? Thereby eradicating the definition of female, because it can no longer apply to people who are unfertile, people who choose not to, people who never have had a sexual experience with somebody of the opposing gender. Someone who has died before reaching puberty, or after reaching puberty, as a virgin. Is that creature truly female if they have not fulfilled their duty of continuating the species? How can we define female when there is such a limited constraint? What is female? Can we define things by such limited, by calling it black and white? It is no longer even black and white. It is no longer even gray, because the spectrum of choice of definition is so that is holding you back, but it's not really holding you back because it's full of shit. It's a useless binary. It's a definition of social roles that have nothing to do with reality, and are merely a suggestion of what it's supposed So
two of the human species, and who knows how many frogs were involved. Maybe the sampling is too small. Maybe we don't have enough information. We should all run out, and everyone with a female-ish kind of sounding voice should like go out and say something to the frogs and see if they respond, and then maybe we can have some sort of a dialogue with them. Definitely we're gonna sample it. I don't know. Maybe there needs to be a bigger group. Maybe it needs to be a bigger pond. Does this work in the fog? Does it work in the pond? Does it work in the decorative pond? Does it work in the reservoir pond? What happens if you go to a larger pond? Is it a specific subset of, I mean, it's a tiny pond. Maybe they're I did notice that they were rather small, so I would not be hunting there for frog legs.